Good morning and welcome to my backyard garden. I'm going to show off a little bit. My sister came by this week and I loaded her up with zucchini, squash, and cucumbers, and she wanted to video me sharing my backyard garden with everyone. It's going great. I have lots of tomatoes. I've got beans full of flowers, zucchini, squash, cucumbers coming in daily. It's just such a blessing, and I am very, very thankful for the harvest that I have coming in now. Pretty soon I'm going to have beans and tomatoes and hopefully watermelon and pumpkins. Alright, I'm so glad you came to visit me at my garden. Come over here and let me show you these tomatoes. These are, you can get down in there, little rosy container tomatoes, but they are loaded. Look at that right there. I put them in my spiral herb garden. All right, over here is all my peppers. I've got lots of blooms. They've gotten like a foot taller in the last 2 days. There's a couple of gypsy peppers I can go ahead and pick. Okay, and then this is the okra. It's taking its time growing, but it needs to hurry. And then these are cucumbers. They're real long like the English cucumber. This is my Kentucky pole beans. They're finally starting to come up the trellis, but they do have flowers on them. So soon they will be producing. And then I've got lots of squash coming in and zucchini. We'll come down here and look at these cucumbers. I'll cut you some of these cucumbers. They're good. They're just different. All right, over here is my sweet potatoes. They're starting to do really good, so I hope those buckets are full of sweet potatoes. I'm having an issue with these zucchini, so I pulled them back here where they get more sun, and I've added some nitrogen, and so these leaves are starting to come out better. This is watermelon, and that's pumpkin. And then here's more cucumbers and tomatoes. Let's go ahead and pick some cucumbers this morning. These should have been picked yesterday. These are from my sister.
Those are pretty.
I'm gonna go look at the tomatoes over here on this side of the yard. Lots of blooms all up in there now, so that's getting good. But there are tomatoes down below. Next year I won't put the rows so quite close together. There's my corn. It's getting taller. It's so exciting. Fertilized it. These are my beans, my bush beans, and they're all full of blooms, so I'm excited about that. And I dug up that potato, so I'm going to plant purple hull peas there. And then I have some potatoes down there that are still not ready to pull up yet. So that's about it. Thank you for the tour, Minnie.
You're welcome.
I really wish I could put into words how peaceful it is to have your own backyard garden. I come out every morning about 7 a.m. The bees are everywhere, going from flower to flower. The birds are singing. It's really cool outside and everything is nice and fresh. Perfect time to pick the vegetables. During these dark, difficult, evil days, this has been such a blessing to me to be able to come out and work in my garden. So I hope you enjoyed this little backyard garden tour. If you have any comments or questions, please leave those below. And now we're going to look at what I picked up today. I've got zucchini, squash, and cucumbers. I had 2.5 pounds of zucchini this morning, 1.5 pounds of squash, and then 1.5 pounds of cucumbers. And that's pretty much every day. I've been getting this for about a week and a half now. And I chart all my produce, and so as of May 28th, I have collected 68 pounds worth of produce from my little backyard garden. And hopefully once the beans and the tomatoes and the rest of the potatoes come in, I'll just be really thrilled with the number of pounds I was able to grow in my backyard. So I really appreciate you joining me today on this little backyard tour. I thank my sister for filming that. And yes, I did live happily ever after in my little backyard garden. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share. And as I always say, I hope you have a very blessed day.